This offseason will not shut up. Jaylen Brown gets traded to Philly for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 seconds. How is that possible? Get for the 2024 Finals MVP.
10 years, 1 franchise, 1 championship, and then, in a single phone call, it was all over. Jaylen Brown didn't just get traded, he got sent to one of Boston's most bitter rivals. The same player who once dunked on entire defenses in grain is now walking into Philadelphia, and Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and an entire fan base are ready to see what he brings. This is the story of how Jaylen Brown's decade in Boston ended and how his new era in Philadelphia begins. Segment 1. The trade heard across the league on July 1st, 2026. The basketball world stopped. The Boston Celtics agreed to send Jaylen Brown, a 5-time All-Star and the 2024 Finals MVP, to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Paul George and 4 future draft picks. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't a trade deadline whisper. It was official, stunning, and instantly reshaped the entire Eastern Conference. Brown had just come off the best season of his career, 28.7 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 5.1 assists a night, and instead of a max extension in Boston, he was handed a one-way ticket down I-95. Segment 2. The legacy he's leaving behind. Before we talk about what's next, we have to talk about what Brown built in Boston. This is a player who became one of the most feared closers in the league, the man they called the Gravedigger for a reason. Remember this sequence: Brown catching the ball with the shot clock bleeding down, rising up and burying the game, winning 3 right at the buzzer, sending his bench into an absolute frenzy. And it wasn't just scoring. Brown was a legitimate 2-way force chasedown blocks, acrobatic finishes through contact, and highlight reel dunks that turned entire arenas silent. Over his 10 seasons, Brown won more combined regular season and playoff games than any other player in the league, numbers that put him in rare company. Segment 3. A stunning reaction. Brown himself didn't sugarcoat how the trade felt. In a statement posted shortly after the news broke, he called himself excited and disappointed at the same time, a man processing the end of an era he never asked to end. He made it clear he felt he'd earned his place in Boston, showing up, putting in the work, and never asking for shortcuts. But business is business, and the Celtics ultimately decided it was time to move forward without him. Segment 4. Why Boston let him go. This wasn't a decision made lightly. Brown had reportedly been floated in trade talks involving Giannis Antetokounmpo weeks earlier, a deal that ultimately sent Giannis to Miami instead, with Jason Tatum still recovering from a torn Achilles, and Brown's next contract set to escalate significantly. Boston chose to reset rather than pay top dollar to a duo no longer fully healthy. In return, the Celtics landed Paul George and draft capital, a swap that instantly became one of the most debated trades of the offseason. Segment 5. Walking into Philadelphia now, Brown steps into a completely different situation, joining a core built around Joel Embiid, a 2-time scoring champion, and Tyrese Maxey, who finished as the league's 5th leading scorer last season. Add in ultra-athletic guard versus Edgecombe, and Philadelphia suddenly has a roster that looks terrifying on paper. This trio, Brown, Maxey, and Embiid, has already been described around the league as a potential nightmare matchup, assuming health cooperates. And after years of injury-riddled playoff runs, Philadelphia is banking everything on this new identity. Segment 6. The rivalry angle nobody saw coming. Here's what makes this trade almost impossible to ignore. Brown isn't just leaving Boston, he's joining one of their fiercest historical rivals. Every time these two teams meet from now on, Celtics fans will be watching the exact player who helped deliver their most recent championship. Wearing 76ers colors, Philadelphia hasn't reached the Eastern Conference Finals since 2001, back in the Allen Iverson era. With Brown now in the fold, that drought suddenly feels like it's on the clock. That's the story of how a decade-long era in Boston came to an end, and how a brand new high-stakes chapter begins in Philadelphia. Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey now have one job: turn potential into results, starting this season. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more basketball highlights and player breakdowns. Now click the video on your screen and keep watching. We've got another incredible performance waiting for you.